Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to show you a review of the adjustable dumbbells by Eisenlink. I got them off of Amazon. They're the 80-pound set. I'm going to show you what they look like coming out of the package. I'm going to do a quick chest session with them and at least give you a first impression of what my thoughts are on my first workout with them. All right, right when you open the box, you can see that you've got some instruction manual on how to use them. They're really packaged really well to stay protected. They're surrounded by this foam. They come wrapped in some plastic and they're also seated in some foam. Not bad, packaged really nice. Let's get it out. Let's see, how can I get that sucker out of there? Okay, at least at first impressions, I like how they come pre-assembled. They're literally ready to go right out of the box. I probably just need to tighten up this right side and I could literally start lifting with the 80s if I wanted. But it's nice that you don't have any tools that you need to mess with. You don't have multiple parts that you need to put together. I really appreciate when things are convenient. To adjust these, you got to loosen up each side. So we'll loosen up this left side. We'll loosen up this right side. And then you just slide one of these 5-pound weights out. Tighten that side back up. Each one of these plates is 5 pounds, so together on each side they would make 10, right? So before I took those plates off, there were 8 plates on each side, which made this an 80-pound dumbbell. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 70-pound dumbbell. And that's all it takes to adjust it in 10-pound increments. These actually have an extension that you can get longer side pieces that you can make this thing 160 pounds if you were that strong. And I'll tell you, this feels every bit of 80 pounds. This was heavy, to be honest, to get it out of the box. So I used to have the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, which worked great for a couple years, but as I got stronger, I need more weight, and there's some components of the Bowflex that are made of plastic that are starting to rub, and sometimes they don't pick up the plate when I spin the knob and then pick it up. Sometimes it won't bring the plate with the whole dumbbell on the Bowflex. So I really like these because everything is made of metal and it seems very safe and sturdy. All right, let's do a quick chest session with them and see how they feel, you know, actually in use also. All right, I brought my scale. My scale's got kind of like a glass surface, so I'm gonna put just a rag over it to protect it when I put that dumbbell on there. Now I'm gonna put the Eisenlink dumbbell on there and let's see how much they weigh. All right, this is the 80-pound set. Oh, let's see how much they weigh. $79.3. All right, my honest impression, at least first impression, I'm gonna use these for about 3 months and maybe I'll do a second review. But my first impression of these adjustable dumbbells is that they're pretty solid. They are definitely a great bang for the buck. I got them off of Amazon for around that $500 price mark, which I think is a fantastic price, because if you go to adjustable dumbbells that can go to 80 pounds, they're up there in that like $800, $700 range for like the really nice ones. But these ones I feel give great quality for a great price. Now, some of the things that I really liked about them that I was trying to pay attention to is part of the reason why I switched away from the Bowflex dumbbells is because after a while they started to give a little bit, there was a little bit of shake in the plates, and when I would pick the dumbbell up, sometimes the plates wouldn't come with the whole dumbbell. So what I was looking for with these new Eisenlink dumbbells is I was looking to see if there was any shake in the plates to make me feel like they weren't safe. If I'm repping these 80s above my face, are they gonna come off and fall on me? I was looking for that safety factor, and I did not feel unsafe one bit. I think that they did a good job with their interlocking system of how the plates kind of stay together. I didn't feel one bit of concern. As long as you tighten the sides enough, it's not going to move or budge or anything like that. So I did appreciate that. The grips on these Eisenlink adjustable dumbbells, they're very long, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm used to the Bowflex ones, so it felt a little different. What I appreciated on the Bowflex handles is there was a little bit of an arc so that the palm of my hand kind of felt like I could grip it better versus just a smooth bar. I'm not saying that the smooth bar was bad. There's some really good knurling on the bar, on the Eisenlink adjustable dumbbells, but I kind of appreciated the old little arc so that when I grabbed it, it felt, I don't know, it felt good, a little bit more ergonomic versus the smooth bar on the Eisenlink. So I didn't like those as much as I did the other ones, but they're not bad. It didn't mess my workout out. Excuse me, it didn't mess up my workout, but I could just, I could notice it at least, but I'm sure I won't care about it in 1 or 2 more workout sessions. Trying to think what else that I liked about these. I don't know, first of all, 80 pounds is more than enough weight, at least for me. I'm a 200-pound man. I'm around that 20% body fat. I can bench press 300 pounds for 1 rep, or at least I could when I was, at the end of my last bulk. And 80 pounds is enough for me. Like, I could probably do maybe 8 or 9 reps on my first like fresh set. So 80 pounds is more than enough. If you're not benching or if you're not like super strong, you do not need more than 80 pounds. Trust me, you can just do a couple extra more reps and you will get all the workout you need. I mean, I can bench press 300, like I said, and I was doing good with just the Bowflex 50s. So if you're a really big guy or really strong and you need to move up to that like 120 mark, with which the Eisenlinks can do, they can go all the way up to 160 if I understand correctly, then great. You probably, I don't know if you need these, you're probably at a professional gym or something like that. But if you're like a 300-pound guy that can really pump out some good reps, these dumbbells are wonderful because they felt really secure, they felt really steady, and I don't know, they just feel solid. They just feel solid. When you pick them up, there's like no wiggle, there's no give. If you turn the sides really tight, they just feel like a good wholesome dumbbell, if that makes any sense. So if you're a normal guy like me, I'm 200 pounds, 80 pounds is more than you need. I trust me, that I got a great workout just now with just these 80 pounds. I actually did, I think, 1 set with the 80s. I had to take the plates off in the middle of my workout, go to the 70s, and then I had to take those plates off and I had to go to the 60s. So trust me, 80 is more than enough for the average guy. If you're a really strong guy, then by all means, you can probably get some heavier dumbbells, but this is enough. Anyhow, all in all, my overall first impression is I'm very happy with these. They're going to be great. A big upgrade from those Bowflex adjustables. I like them a whole lot, and I feel like they're going to be able to let me grow and get stronger for at least, heck, I think for the next 5 years. I don't think I'll get big enough to outgrow these for a long time. So I really appreciate how these ones can go all the way up to 80, and if I need to grow, if I by some chance that I make it to be a huge guy and super strong and I need to go up higher, I like the idea of being able to go up higher. And I like the idea that I can go all the way down to just 20s. So really cool, I like that a lot. Now another thing that I really liked is that on the back of the plate, it's really flat and there's no like pointy, really aggressive edges because I need to put them on my knees when I rock back and kind of shoot up, you know what I mean? And these weren't uncomfortable to do that in at all. I really liked how these ones had a nice big flat surface so I can rest them on my thighs or my knees and just sit there and either catch my breath or get ready to just start my set and put them back. Other adjustable dumbbells, if they've got that rigid pointy edge, that hurts really bad. So those were very comfortable like that. One of the things that I like over on the old Bowflex dumbbells is the convenience of the knobs on the end. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that these ones were easier to adjust than the knobs. The knobs you could just click, 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 click on the Bowflexes and you were ready to go. And that made it super convenient, especially if you're trying to do like a superset or something like that. If you wanna go as many as you can, put the dumbbells down, click down on another weight and hit another set, you could do that with the Bowflexes. With these ones, you're not gonna be able to do that because if you do a set, you're gonna have to put them down, you're gonna have to unthread, you're gonna have to take the plates out, you're gonna have to thread them back in, and then you're gonna have to do it on the other one too. And by then, it's been 30 seconds to 60 seconds, and it's like you're doing a whole new set anyway. So if you like to do drop sets like that, then you need to have a second set of dumbbells, or I would recommend using like the bar bench and then using the Eisenlinks to drop set with a lighter weight that you can handle with the Eisenlinks. But on the adjustable knob dumbbells, you could do some drop sets like that. So if you're into drop sets, if that's your cup of tea, then these ones or any dumbbells that have to remove plates manually, I wouldn't recommend any of those. If you like to just do quick drop sets, very conveniently, very quick, I would go for the adjustable knobs or the adjustable handles that you can just click into place and then pick up. Because then you could just drop it down, click them into place, pick them up and go, and keep going, and you could drop set, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, or however many times as you wanted. So that is one thing that the Bowflex dumbbells had over these, is the convenience of just changing with the knob and then picking up. But more things that you can break. There's more interlocking pieces and there's more things that you can adjust in there. That's just more things that can break and malfunction and wear out, as I witnessed with these Bowflex dumbbells after 2 years. I actually used them for drop sets and things like that, and I've rubbed that plastic on them enough that I don't feel safe picking them up. So maybe the new Bowflexes are great. I don't know. I really liked the Bowflexes for the most part until they started to fail on me. And I'm sure other adjustable dumbbells that you could adjust on the ends or twist the handle, I'm sure those are going to be great too, but it just depends on your preference. These Eisenlinks, $500. They go all the way up to 160 pounds. And if you're not doing drop sets, they're more than enough than what you need. I think that's the only real big downfall that I kind of like, oh, sometimes I like doing those drop sets, is I can't do that with these Eisenlinks. So I'll probably keep my Bowflexes on a lighter weight. I could probably keep them at like that 30-pound weight. I can go as heavy as I want with these Eisenlinks. When I'm done with the Eisenlinks, grab the Bowflexes and finish up with a drop set like that. But anyhow, I hope you appreciated my review. I really like these, and I think they're going to be good for me for a few years. So thanks for watching.